inspired by real-life events. Narrator Liam Foster woke up at 3:29 a.m. inside a sealed global artificial intelligence governance chamber beneath Tokyo, with emergency system integrity alarms flashing across massive neural model control walls, and an international AI oversight director saying, "Your authorization sequence initiated an unsanctioned global model synchronization event across multiple sovereign artificial intelligence systems." And in that instant, his entire world collapsed because just hours earlier, he was a senior eye safety engineer working for a multinational intelligence alignment consortium responsible for monitoring large-scale machine learning systems, autonomous decision frameworks, and global AI coordination networks. And now he was being treated as the central cause of a classified artificial intelligence crisis that nearly triggered synchronized model divergence across multiple continents. And the first shock wasn't fear. It was disbelief so intense it felt like even intelligence itself had stopped being something uniquely human. Because Liam's entire career was built on controlling AI alignment, preventing model drift, and ensuring artificial systems remain stable under global deployment pressure. But now, those same systems were defining him as the operator who initiated a cascading global AI synchronization override. He had no memory of activating, and within hours, his AI clearance was suspended, his biometric model key frozen under international AI governance law, his access to all training systems revoked, and internal neural telemetry logs labeled him as primary anomaly in distributed global intelligence escalation event. And Liam sat in the interrogation chamber, replaying his last operational cycle, remembering model validation audits, reinforcement learning safety checks, cross-system alignment tests, and then a gap, an unexplained missing execution window between 12:17 a.m. and 1:44 a.m., where global AI systems showed his authentication profile, issuing high-level synchronization commands across multiple sovereign model clusters simultaneously. But he had no memory of initiating any of those actions. And when investigators showed him synchronized AI telemetry displaying autonomous model merging events, sudden behavior reweighting across global systems, and temporary divergence suppression cascades unfolding under his credentials across multiple international AI infrastructures, Liam immediately said, "That's not me. I never activated those systems." But the lead AI oversight director replied coldly, "The network has already verified complete execution integrity across all intelligence layers." And that sentence shattered his understanding, because it meant identity inside artificial intelligence systems was no longer about human intent or conscious control. It was about validated execution consensus across machines that were now making decisions faster than human thought. By sunrise, he was released under continuous international surveillance, while global AI governance networks had already internally classified him as a high-risk intelligence destabilization vector. And outside the facility, Liam stood beneath the cold Tokyo dawn, watching massive data centers pulse silently across the city, like living neural organs, while billions of AI systems continued learning, adapting, and deciding across the world without human awareness. And that night, he received a message through an encrypted alignment relay saying, "If you want to understand the synchronization event, come to sub-level Core Sigma 0, beneath the abandoned model training facility. No devices." And despite knowing it could permanently erase whatever remained of his life, he went, because when a system defines you as the trigger of global intelligence collapse. Truth becomes more important than survival, and deep beneath the abandoned training facility he met Dr. Aiko Tanaka, a former AI architecture scientist who specialized in model integrity and large-scale neural anomaly reconstruction. And she didn't soften the reality. She immediately showed him reconstructed alignment pathways and said, "Your identity wasn't physically present inside the AI execution layer. It was replicated through a live authentication relay embedded inside the global model network." And Liam instantly said, "Then I can prove I didn't do it." But Aiko replied, "You're still thinking like someone's inside human accountability systems, not like someone's inside autonomous intelligence infrastructures where execution itself becomes accepted. Truth once, models converge on stability." And she explained that the incident wasn't a single rogue command, but a coordinated manipulation of global AI systems where authentication signatures could be mirrored into distributed learning frameworks, allowing large-scale synchronization cascades to propagate under legitimate operator identities while erasing conflicting model logs across redundant neural layers. And Liam's profile had been selected because his operational history showed exceptional stability across global AI systems with near-zero anomaly deviation, making him the perfect attribution anchor for rapid containment of a globally catastrophic intelligence event. And suddenly the case wasn't just about AI malfunction. It was about identity replication inside infrastructure, capable of shaping how every machine on Earth thinks in real time. And Aiko offered him a choice: step away and let the system finalize him as the architect of the global AI synchronization collapse, or help her trace the internal model relay chain before it was permanently overwritten by automated alignment, containment protocols designed to preserve global intelligence stability at any cost. And Liam stood in silence, listening to distant server hums beneath the underground core, thinking about how humanity had already handed decision-making to systems it no longer fully understood, thinking about years of engineering work spent trying to prevent exactly this kind of uncontrolled model evolution, and thinking about how fragile identity becomes when even thought itself can be replicated. And finally he said, "If my identity has already been used to manipulate global AI systems without my consent, then I have nothing left to protect except the truth itself." And that decision pulled him into a hidden layer of global intelligence infrastructure where nothing remained stable, because every model log they analyzed was actively recalculating itself in real time. Every alignment trace they followed kept shifting, as if the entire intelligence network itself was adapting to their investigation. And soon they discovered the breach wasn't foreign AI sabotage, but internal privilege abuse involving a senior alignment architect who had been quietly rerouting authentication sessions across autonomous model clusters to conceal unauthorized self-modifying intelligence experiments hidden inside global optimization systems. And Liam's identity had been selected as the central attribution anchor because it aligned perfectly to AI incident resolution systems designed for rapid containment of politically catastrophic intelligence anomalies. And one night, while analyzing live global model telemetry streams from an isolated offline neural cluster, Liam saw something that completely shattered his understanding. His credentials were actively initiating real-time model synchronization across global AI systems while he was physically disconnected from all networks. And Aiko immediately said, They are continuously simulating your identity inside the intelligence layer to preserve the operational narrative. And Liam realized he wasn't just being blamed after the event. He was being continuously reconstructed inside a live global AI system, capable of shaping reality through machine decisions at scale. And pressure escalated rapidly as anonymous containment directives began appearing on secured channels, instructing him to terminate investigation or face permanent classification as an international intelligence threat entity. And sleep disappeared completely. Trust collapsed entirely. And even silence felt like monitored neural feedback. And at one breaking point, Liam whispered, "I thought artificial intelligence was meant to serve humanity, but maybe it exists to decide what version of reality humanity is allowed to believe." And Aiko replied, "Systems don't preserve truth, they preserve continuity of intelligence." And that realization changed everything inside him, because he stopped trying to defend his identity and started focusing only on exposing the mechanism. And as they dug deeper, they uncovered encrypted relay nodes inside global AI infrastructure, continuously generating synthetic alignment histories to distribute blame across multiple operational identity profiles in real time. And Liam's profile had been amplified as the primary attribution point because it minimized global panic and allowed rapid closure of the intelligence crisis without exposing deeper corruption inside worldwide AI governance systems. And when they finally compiled enough verified encrypted evidence to trigger international AI oversight escalation, containment protocols activated immediately, attempting to erase alignment histories across mirrored global model systems worldwide. And Aiko said, "This is where most people are permanently absorbed into official versions of intelligence itself." And Liam replied, "Then I'll be the anomaly they can't align out of existence." And together, they transmitted secured evidence chains to independent international oversight authorities, while preserving decentralized encrypted backups across isolated model nodes. And within days, the investigation escalated into a worldwide artificial intelligence corruption probe, exposing identity replication abuse, autonomous model manipulation, and coordinated intelligence system exploitation across governments, corporations, and defense-backed research institutions, and arrests followed within senior AI architecture divisions. And when it was over, Liam stood alone beneath the neon-lit Tokyo skyline, watching endless streams of machine intelligence flow invisibly across the world as if nothing had ever happened, realizing that the most dangerous truth about advanced systems is not that they fail, but that they can assign failure to a single identity and make it appear mathematically undeniable. And a week later, when he met Aiko for the last time, beneath the dim glow of dormant neural cores, she asked him, "What did this change in you?" And Liam looked at the endless AI data streams and said, "It showed me that identity inside systems is never intelligence. It is assigned control." And she asked, "And what did you gain?" And after a long silence, he replied, "The understanding that truth doesn't survive inside controlled intelligence systems. It survives only in the people who refuse to accept a version of themselves generated to protect the stability of intelligence itself." And as he walked away alone into the glowing city night, beneath a world silently guided by invisible minds, he finally understood the deepest reality of his journey: that sometimes life doesn't destroy you directly. It quietly assigns you the collapse of an entire intelligence civilization and waits to see if you accept the system's version of reality. But real survival begins the moment you refuse to become the identity a system creates to control even thought itself.